Hi everyone, welcome to or back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Sammy and I like to yap about books. And today I am kicking off my Summerween Scarefest. So what is Summerween, I hear you ask? We are basically bringing all of the spooky goodness of Halloween into summer. So I have picked out 12 books set in summer and they're all horror. A lot of them are slashers. I think I've got a couple of different ones in there. One of them is a complete wild card, but I have heard it is classed as a horror, so I've added it onto the list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you all about the 12 books that I've picked, and I've popped them all into this little jar on pieces of paper, and this will be my TBR jar. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull them as I finish them, just pull the next one. I'm going to pull the first one after I have told you about the books that I've chosen. So let's get into it. So the first book I have picked is Slasherverse, Camp 1985, and this is by Matthew R. Corr. I found this on Amazon and thought it looked really good. It is only 216 pages, so nice and short, and I will just read you a bit of the blurb. I want to show you the back as well because that is kind of cool. So, it says, enter the nostalgia-laced world of Camp 1985, a bogus new summer program where parents send their social media-addicted teens to unplug and make face-to-face connections without the help of a screen. Anda expects a fun weekend getaway with other influencers, but instead finds himself trapped in a radical landscape without Wi-Fi. Just when Anda gives in to camp life and starts crushing on a cute gamer boy, a little fun with a spirit board unleashes a vengeful spirit of a bygone era. Now, with danger lurking behind every tree, Anda and his fellow campers must navigate a twisted game of survival against a retro evil determined to off them one by one. Who will survive? Brace yourself for a bloody good time in the first of 7 books in the Slasherverse. So I've also got the second one, Blood in the Water. That's going to be my second book on the TBR as well. I just really like the look of these, and these first 2 are set in summer. I think the third one is a snowy winter one. So yeah, this is the second one, and this is the same character. So this is Anda again, and this one says, after a deadly summer, Anda accepts an invite to the Oasis, the world's first underwater research lab turned luxury vacation spot, in hopes to revive vibe content and spend time with his crush. But when a vengeful spirit is unleashed, the guests are haunted by a terrifying force lurking in the water. As bodies pile up, Anda must find a way to escape the nightmare beneath the sea before it's too late. Who will survive? Prepare for a blood-soaked thrill ride in the second of 7 books of the Slasherverse. So yeah, these I think are going to be quite similar, just different kind of settings, but I really liked the look of them, so I got them and I'm looking forward to it. Maybe if I like these 2, I will add the winter one to a winter TBR. So yeah, we'll see how they go. Now the next book I decided to add to the TBR is one that I've had in my sights for a very long time. However, it is an American import book, so I have had to kind of research about where to get it. I ended up buying a copy on eBay and it is not here with me yet, so I've added it to the jar, but if I pull it this time I'm not going to be able to read it, so that will be a repull, unfortunately, but I'm hoping it'll get here soon. The cover is absolutely gorgeous, so I'm very, very excited about that one. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So, I'll just read you a bit of the blurb. It says, an actress desperate to reclaim her fame must survive the real-life plot of the horror movie that made her famous in this psychologically twisted, locked room thriller. And John Mars from US Today has said it's a gloriously glossy, solid slasher with more unexpected twists than a roller coaster. For fans of 90s horror flicks, they are going to lap this up. So I'm very excited to read this one. Like I said, it's been on my radar for ages, not for this project, but for just in general. I've just wanted it, so I've ordered it. It should arrive soon. I'm really, really hoping. It's quite a short one again, 320 pages. So hopefully it won't take me that long to read. But yeah, I don't want to rush my reading with this. I want to enjoy it. I would be here for the spooky vibes. Like I said, I've not put a time limit on my Summerween. If it lasts until Halloween, that's great, because you know I love Halloween. And I do want to do like a different theme for Halloween as well, but I've not set a time limit, so I just want to enjoy it. So we'll see how it goes. The next book on my list is Clear Creek Nightmare by Elisa D. Daniels, and I only saw this recently on Amazon, so it was £2.20 on Kindle, so I got it. It's got really good write-ups, which really swayed me as well. Again, very short, 183 pages. I've not got my teeth in today. And it sounds really, really good. This is about a group of girls who go to Shallow Lake campground, and things start to go very wrong very quickly. I'm very excited. It says fast/fueled and dripping with retro terror. This is a ride every horror head will live through like a VHS tape on fast forward. And it's got really good reviews. There is one person on here who says it's a great 80s slasher. And she says at this point, this author has become one of those whose books I will pick up without even reading the synopsis. So I thought that was quite a good review. So I thought I'd give it a go. I'm very excited. It is the first book, I believe, in a collection called the My Bloody Camping Collection, which sounds very cool. So yeah, it's 4.4 on average on Amazon, so I'm very excited. And again, it's going to be very quick. It's 183 pages. I think it's going to have good vibes. The cover is really pretty as well. I'll pop it up here, and I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, that's the next one. The next one I am going to read, is on the TBR, is The Last Time We Drowned, I'm so sorry, by Saratoga Schaefer. Now, if you've watched any of my previous vlogs, you'll know I love Saratoga Schaefer's work. She just has a way of drawing you in. It's absolutely brilliant. Tradwife, still cannot get it out of my head. Absolutely brilliant. I added this to the list. I don't know if it is a slasher. It says it's a psychological thriller. Another locked room psychological thriller. So I added it to the list. It sounds very cool. It has a summer setting, so I will read you a bit of the blurb. It says 6 influencers, 1 luxury yacht, and nowhere to hide. So Charlie Engels is broke and desperate when her Bookstagram account lands her the offer of a lifetime. Join Empress, a state-of-the-art yacht houseboat off of the Florida Keys turned influencer paradise. Lucrative brand deals and ready-made sisterhood internet of stars. It may not be Charlie's dream job, but she knows she'd be a fool to turn it down. But when a hurricane traps the group at sea, with their billionaire boss, the dream turns claustrophobic. Communication lines are cut, supplies dwindle. Old betrayals bubble to the surface, and then the first body drops. As paranoia mounts and alliances splinter, Charlie realises the real danger isn't the storm outside, it's the deadly games being played below deck. And if she can't outwit a killer, her past won't be the only ghost that comes back to drown her. So it says it's a razor-sharp, atmospheric and impossible to put down locked room psychological thriller where luxury curdles to terror and survival comes at the highest price. I am so excited to read this. When I saw it, it was definitely on my radar. And then when I decided to do the Summerween, I just wanted to add to it just as a little bit of something slightly different. I don't want them all to be slashers, but I want them to be, I still want them to be good. And I'm very excited. Where are the reviews on this? No one's reviewed it. So, I'm still interested because, like I said, love Saratoga Schaefer, and I love her, the way she writes. It's just brilliant. So that's another one on the TBR. The next one is Dollface by Lindy Ryan. Now, again, if you've watched any of my previous vlogs, you know I have wanted to read this for a very long time. This is a slasher. This is one I'm very excited about. It's not got the best reviews though, which I'm worried about. It's very, you either love it or hate it. So I'm hoping I'm going to be a lover. This is meant to be Barbie meets Scream. And I love Scream films, so I'm very excited about this. This one is not very long either, 320 pages, and I'll read you the synopsis. Horror author Jill has just moved to suburban New Jersey, hoping to fit in with the new PTA mums and maybe not weird everyone out with her final girl coffee mug, make some real friends. But then a plastic face masked killer begins slashing their way through town, one overly made up mum at a time. The police are incredulous, the mums are indignant, and Jill is slowly wrapped into a killer's murderous spree until she might just be the last woman standing. So yeah, I actually read a little teaser bit of this book before it came out. I think I can't remember where it was. It's on one of my other vlogs, and it sounded really good. I've never read anything by Lindy Ryan. It looks like she has got quite a few other books, but this is the one that popped up. The cover is absolutely gorgeous and twisted, and I love it. So I'm very much looking forward to this one as well. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm hoping I'm going to be one of those ones that absolutely love it. Because like I said, the reviews are very, very mixed. The next book I added to the list is Killer Summer by Wendy Dalrymple. I hope I said that right. I'm so sorry if I did not. Now this is 211 pages. So again, not very long. And it says she can still smell him, she can still feel him, but she can't see him. Danny Kincaid is an average teen on the cusp of adulthood in the late 1990s California. She has her friends, her family, her boyfriend, and a job at the local video store. But she also has a dangerous stalker in preppy classmate Matt Vickers, a textbook misogynist who will stop at nothing to have her by his side. 25 years later, Danny is still struggling to shake the past of the killer summer that turned her life upside down. She's changed her identity, moved to Florida, where the echoes of that awful summer continue to haunt every aspect of her life. Even though Vickers has been behind bars for a quarter of a century, Danny slowly begins to feel his terrifying shadow creep back into her life and to finish what he began. In a final girl showdown to end all showdowns, Danny is forced to face her past and stand up for herself and her freedom once and for all, but at what cost? And it says, Killer Summer is a pink horror slasher splashed with hot magenta blood and mediation on consent, independence, and the terrifying price that all women face simply for being alive. So that makes me think that this is going to be very female rage inducing. And I love me a feminine rage book. So it sounds very cool. I'm very excited. The cover again is very cool. It screams summer. I'm very excited. On the cover it does say a triumphant anthem for the final girl that resides within all of us. So that sounds very cool. I feel like it's going to be very feminine power, kind of strong female characters, and I like that. And this was released only 12th of May 2026, which I did not know. That's very cool. It's got average 4.1 out of 5 rating, so again, I'm very excited. So that's added to the list. The next one is one, again, it has been on my radar for a while. I just didn't ever pick it up for some reason. Don't know why, but now it's on the TBR, so we're going to do it. This is called Breathe In, Bleed Out by Brian McAuley. Now, I've never read anything, excuse me, by this author. So the little synopsis for this one says, if I can move it down, there we go. Midsummer meets Scream in this blood-soaked new adult horror thriller set in a remote healing retreat. Oh, that's hooked me. I have never read that bit before. I love Midsummer and I love Scream. So we could be on to a winner here. Oh, that sounds so good. So it says this peaceful journey of self-discovery quickly descends into a violent fight for self-preservation when a mysterious killer starts picking off retreat attendees in increasingly gruesome ways. As the body count rises and Hannah's sanity frays, she will have to confront her dark past and uncover the true nature of a ruthless monster hell-bent on killing her vibe for good. I am very excited about this. Let's have a look at what the reviews are. 3.9 out of 5 on average. Okay, so not great, but people who love it tend to say it is really, really good. And apparently it is a quick read, a quick slasher. 354 pages, not too long, not too short. I actually think that's kind of like the perfect length for a book. So that's very cool. I may do some of these on audio, so we'll see. There is one that I might read and audio, not sure because it does look quite thick, so we'll see. But yeah, Breathe In, Bleed Out. I'm excited. The next book I added onto this TBR I've had for quite a while. And I've not read it. Something keeps putting me off. I don't know what it is. I've heard very mixed reviews about it. And I've had very mixed experiences with this author's work. So, this is My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. Now, it's not a very long book, 337 pages. I've got it on my Kindle. And it came with some audio-video files. Not sure how I get into them yet. I've not really looked into it, but I think that's cool. It adds to the kind of reading experience. This is set in the 80s, and it says, an evening of skinny dipping goes disastrously wrong. Gretchen begins to act different. She's moody, she's irritable, and a bizarre incident keeps happening whenever she's nearby. Abby's investigation leads her to some startling discoveries, and by the time their story reaches its terrifying conclusion, the fate of Abby and Gretchen will be determined by a single question. Is their friendship powerful enough to beat the devil? So yeah, I've heard some really mixed reviews about this. I am very excited. Love the cover again. Absolutely gorgeous. I have a thing about the retro videotape look, if it's on a book, I absolutely love it. I have wanted to buy this physically just because it looks so cool, but I've put myself off because I've not read it, so I shouldn't really be buying it if I've not read it. If I enjoy it on the Kindle, I will probably buy a physical copy just because I love the look of it so much. Again, really mixed reviews. It's one of them says a good read for the right person. I don't know, am I the right person? Who knows? We'll see. It's 337 pages, so not too long, not too short either. But yeah, I have been very hesitant with this one because I have had really mixed times with Grady Hendrix's work. I tend to either really like it or I'm not keen. But yeah, we'll try it, we'll see. I'm here for it, and we'll see if it works out. So the next book I've added to the list is actually a ARC book that I got from NetGalley, and it is Happy Hour by Gemma Amor, the same writer who wrote Itch. Love the cover. Again, it's vintage retro VHS. Now this says, and I did not know this, it is the 9th book in the Killer VHS series. Didn't know. It is a horror novella, and it's not out until the 20th of October. But like I said, I've got the art copy. I thought I'd add it to this. It sounds quite summery, and I just thought it sounded good. So this one, it says the eccentric owner of a 90s underground London cocktail bar has a unique and disturbing way of keeping an eye on everything and everyone, then disappearing those who don't behave. Famous politicians, glamorous actresses and international stars are all dying to get in and out. So yeah, I just thought this would be a cool little add-on to the TBR. I wasn't keen on Itch by Gemma Armour, but I thought, give another chance, this could be totally different. It is going to be something completely different, set in a cocktail bar. Again, just it was the retro VHS cover. That's what drew me in. I'm not going to lie. Hopefully I'll like it, and we'll see what happens with this one. The next one I've added to the list, I think I'm going to do it as an audiobook. And it is How to Survive Camping by Bonnie Quinn, and this is The Man with No Shadow. It is book 1 of the How to Survive Camping series. I've heard really good things about this. It says The Man with No Shadow is the first novel in a horror series which will terrify you and make you laugh in equal measure. So this is about Goat Valley Campground, and this has been in Kate's family for generations. It draws campers in year after year, as well as some creatures from folklore that have made the land their home, their hunting ground and their portal between worlds. As campground manager, Kate must do whatever she can to keep her campers alive and the monsters contained, including making some basic rules on how to survive your camping experience. Still, not everyone gets out alive, and now the threat of decapitated campers are the least of Kate's worries, as one of the most dangerous, insidious inhabitants of the campground is determined to claim the land for himself. So yeah, this sounds really good. It's got really good reviews, and I thought it would be just a really cool, it's meant to be funny. I thought it would be a nice little palate cleanser, something to kind of make me laugh as well as like be a bit gory and gruesome. It's got really good reviews, and someone said it's not real horror, but I am still going to give it a go. I've heard really good things, and it just sounds like a really fun summer slasher instead of being like quite gory and hard hitting. So yes, we will see. Now, the last book that I have added to the list is kind of a wild card. And it's this. Lost in the Garden by Adam S. Leslie. Now, I've heard it is folk horror. I've heard it's very midsummer again, very odd. And it is quite long. Now, it is, let me just see, 446 pages. So, I am actually debating whether on doing this as reading and listening. So I think I may listen to it when I'm at work and then read wherever I stop when I'm at home and see how it goes. I've heard very mixed reviews about this, and I don't know, we will see. I'm just reading the back. It says, creepy, dreamlike, unsettling and unforgivable. You are about to join in the privileged few who come to understand exactly why we don't go to Almonby. So let's read the synopsis, shall we? Let's just read it. Heather, Rachel and Antonia are going to I can't say this, Almonby. Heather needs to find her boyfriend, who, like so many, went and never came back. Rachel has a mysterious package to deliver, and her life depends on it. And Antonia, poor love-struck Antonia, just wants the chance to spend the day with Heather. So off they set through the idyllic yet perilous English countryside, in which nature thrives in abundance and summer lasts forever. And as they travel through the ever-shifting geography, they encounter strange voices in the fizz of shortwave radio, the harder it becomes to tell friend from foe. Just hit down here, it says, Matt Hill, author of Lamb, has said, England's overheating, death-warped countryside is a genius setting for Leslie's shamelessly unhinged novel, equal parts road trip and bad acid trip. Lost in the Garden has a wit and groundedness that brings something fresh to the folk horror tradition. So yeah, I wanted to add this. It's very different to everything else on the TBR, and that's what I wanted. It's been on my shelf for a while. I got it from a charity shop ages ago because I just thought it sounded really cool, and yeah, it's the wild card pick for me, I think, and I just want to give it a go. I wanted to give it a go as well because, like I said, it's been sat on the TBR for ages, and I wanted an excuse to make myself read it. So if I pick it out this jar, it's happening. I mean, it will be picked eventually, but we'll see how it goes. So those are the 12 books that I have picked. Depending on how long it takes and how I'm feeling, I may add some more. We'll see. But yeah, those are the 12 I'm starting off with, and we will see how it goes. So let's pick our first read of Summerween. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna mix them up. I have hold of one. One? Yes. Okay, let's see what we've got. Oh, and it's the one I said I was going to pick, Smile for the Cameras, which is not here. So I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to try again because I don't know when it's going to get here. I mean, if it got here this week, that would be amazing. Have I got one? I have one. Let's do this. Happy Hour. Happy Hour. So Happy Hour is our first pick. So let's see if we can get it up on the Kindle. And this is the one by Gemma. Amor. Yes, this is the ARC book that I was telling you about. And what I'll do is I'll get it up on here, and hopefully maybe I'll start reading it today. It's updating. Not good. Anyway, I will get that downloaded, start reading, and yeah, hopefully I will like it, and then I can tick it off my sheet. I printed it off because I just like to see things on paper sometimes. And yeah, I'll let you know how it goes, and I'll do a catch-up video at some point to let you know how it's going, or it'll be in the next like weekly vlog, like the spend the week with me vlogs. I haven't quite decided how it's going to work, but I'm very excited. I really want to know if you are doing any Summerween selections, any Summerween TBR. Let me know if I have missed out on something golden that I should have added to the list, because like I said, I can always add books to the TBR. I don't care how long this takes me. I love me a spooky book. I love me Halloween. So Halloween in summer, perfect. So I'm going to wrap this up here now. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you've liked it. Please leave a like if you did. And yeah, let me know what you're reading. Or, like I said, what you want me to add to the Summerween list. And I will catch up with you soon. Thank you so much again for watching. Take care, everyone. Happy Summerween!